AI art creation or plagiarism? The rise of AI in the art world has ignited one of the most contentious debates of our time. Some celebrate it as a revolutionary tool that democratizes creativity, while others, especially many traditional artists, strongly oppose it, seeing it as an advanced form of plagiarism. They argue that AI does not create. It merely remixes, drawing from existing human-made works without genuine originality or intent. But is this really the case? At its core, this debate is not just about AI art itself. It's about the definition of creativity, the ontology of art, and whether AI's computational nature fundamentally disqualifies it from being considered an artist. To fully grasp this issue, we must move beyond emotional reactions and analyze it through philosophy, logic, and commercial impact. AI-generated art operates through deep learning models trained on vast datasets of human-made works. Systems like Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion analyze existing styles, compositions, and techniques to produce images that resemble human creativity. However, this method raises a critical question. If an AI's artwork is entirely derivative, can it be considered true creation? From a philosophical perspective, this touches on a fundamental distinction. Is art defined by its process or by its result? Philosopher Immanuel Kant, in Critique of Judgment, argued that true art requires free aesthetic judgment, meaning that artistic expression should stem from subjective human experiences, emotions, and an inner sense of meaning. If we accept Kant's view, AI-generated art lacks the essence of creation because AI has no personal experience, no emotional depth, and no intrinsic motivation to create. It doesn't intend to produce beauty. It simply calculates the most statistically likely, aesthetically pleasing result. However, if we take an alternative stance, one that prioritizes the audience's experience over the creator's process, then the question changes entirely. If an AI-generated painting moves people emotionally, inspires deep thought, or challenges existing artistic norms, does it truly matter whether it was made by a human or a machine? If art is about the impact it has rather than how it was made, then AI-generated art is functionally identical to human-made art. This presents a paradox. Is art's authenticity derived from its creator's subjective experience, or can it exist independently as long as it evokes emotions in the audience? Beyond the philosophical questions, AI's role in art must also be examined from a commercial and societal perspective. The emergence of AI-generated art is already disrupting creative industries. AI-generated illustrations are replacing human commercial artists in advertising, book covers, and concept design. AI-generated music and compositions are increasingly being used in video games, films, and commercials, reducing the need for traditional composers. AI-assisted storytelling and scriptwriting tools are beginning to challenge human writers. From a business standpoint, AI reduces production costs and increases efficiency, which makes it an attractive alternative for companies. But this also leads to the homogenization of artistic diversity. As more industries rely on AI-generated visuals, we risk a future where most creative content is driven by statistical optimization rather than human originality. Here, Martin Heidegger's philosophy of technology provides a useful framework. Heidegger argued that technology is not merely a neutral tool. It actively reshapes human existence and the way we engage with the world. AI, in this sense, is not simply a new medium like photography or digital painting. It is a force that fundamentally alters how art is created, consumed, and valued. If AI-generated works flood the market and shape artistic expectations, will human artists still find space to develop their own unique styles? If AI is trained on what has already been created, will we reach a point where its output becomes increasingly repetitive, refining existing styles rather than pioneering new ones? This brings us to a deeper question. If AI continues to evolve, will human-made art still matter? Art has always been an expression of human experience, our struggles, triumphs, emotions, and perspectives. But what happens if AI reaches a level where it can simulate these emotions flawlessly? If an AI-generated painting, poem, or song feels deeply moving, even though no real emotion was involved in its creation, will people still value human artists? This isn't just a speculative question. AI models are already improving at mimicking personal styles, adapting to emotional contexts, and even generating works tailored to individual users. If AI-generated content becomes indistinguishable from human-made content, the argument that human art has more soul may eventually lose its persuasive power. In the long run, will people still prefer human artists? Or will we reach a point where authenticity no longer matters, as long as the experience feels real? A future dominated by AI-generated art presents both opportunities and risks. It could democratize creativity, allowing anyone to produce high-quality works with minimal skill. But it could also undermine the unique value of human artistic labor, leading to a world where creative expression is dictated by algorithms rather than personal vision. Perhaps the real question is not whether AI should create art, but how we choose to integrate AI into artistic culture. Should we view AI as a creative partner, assisting human artists in new and innovative ways? Or should we push back, setting boundaries to ensure that human originality remains at the center of artistic expression? What we decide today will shape the future of creativity itself. If we see AI as an opportunity, it could lead to new art forms that blend human intention with machine capability. If we see it as a threat, we may fight harder to preserve human-centric artistry. So where do you stand? Is AI art a revolution or a risk? Is it an enhancement to creativity or an existential challenge to what it means to be an artist? Let's discuss, because this debate will define the future of art.